I didn't see you guys there. Today I'm going to be explaining exercises that help rheumatoid arthritis and that worsen it. As I talked about in my health fair project, rheumatoid arthritis is the swelling and irritation of bones and joints. So your knees, your wrists, your elbows, your shoulders, your fingers, your toes, anything that has a joint and that moves in the ball in the joint moves, it can get irritated and swell. And your lungs, it affects your lungs and your heart, so your heart can worsen, like it's conditions your lungs. It can be rough to breathe deep, like big deep breaths, it can hurt. So a few exercises that help those with rheumatoid arthritis is just walking. So walking normally or at a higher intense rate is suggested for 10 to 30 minutes a day, 3 to 5 times a week. That can really help your breathing, because as you walk, obviously breathe in fresh air if you're walking outside, help you take deep breaths so your lungs can expand fully, contract fully, and just keeping your knees moving. And you can pump your arms, keep your shoulders moving. That helps your bones and joints swelling not be as bad when you're just sitting around not doing anything. Suspension training, so with a band or a bar in a gym or in your house, and you just suspend yourself up, and it's more for your core work, so that helps people with RA keep their core work going. But suspension training is not good to do if you struggle with wrist and ankle rheumatoid arthritis. Worse, because it can irritate your wrists and make them inflame more and more susceptible to pain. So if you're holding yourself up all your weight, it's a weight bearing exercise, then your wrists can get tweaked and hurt more than they normally do. But suspension training really helps your core, so if you do that for 10 to 30 minutes, 3 to 5 days a week, that helps your exercise and keep your heart rate up. Also with walking, you want to keep your heart rate up because it helps your heart keep the motions and the beating that it should have throughout normal life. Another good exercise is yoga. So any type of yoga, doing a yoga class online, doing just yoga poses that you know, like downward dog, the warrior pose, just taking deep breaths and really focusing on your breathing and your balance, because yoga is all about holding your balance. So that helps with just your joints and not having as much swelling and not having them freeze up a lot. That's a big thing with those that have really bad rheumatoid arthritis. Their bones and joints don't get used enough, so they just freeze up. So when they try to move, it just cracks and cranks and everything hurts because it's rubbing together. So yoga really helps with your breathing and your lungs getting to capacity, and your heart rate up is the most important thing for exercise. So everything you do should be intense, so your heart rate's up for 10 30 minutes, 3 to 5 days a week. Another exercise is stretching, which isn't really an exercise, but stretching, just keeping your muscles moving. So just heel to foot to your butt. Other exercises, just bending over, touching your toes, getting a tennis ball and putting it under your foot and standing on it. That helps with your hamstrings and your calves. Going up to a wall and putting your foot against it and leaning helps your calves. Just keeping your muscles engaged more than they would be if you were just sitting around with your achy joints. Another exercise is weight exercise, so weight training, but not like pumping iron. You're not like bulking up. It's just keeping your muscles engaged and keeping them to where they should be if you were doing normal day-to-day exercises. So just weight bearing, like maybe some squats, maybe excuse me, maybe some band work. So like you put a band around your foot and you try to push it down, just keeping your muscles engaged and not staying frozen up or staying contracted. You want to be able to move your muscles in and out. Another, like jogging. If you have rheumatoid arthritis and it's not as severe of a case, jogging is really good, because jogging does keep all your muscles engaging, keeps all your muscles engaging. But if you, like I said, the only thing about any of these exercises that is bad is if you have bad knees, wrists, and ankles. Some of these will hurt more than they help. So if you have it worse in those aspects of your body, then you should not partake in some of these. But walking you can do, and yoga. So yoga, you can sit and just breathe and keep your heart rate up and stuff. But any exercise that keeps you going, keeps you engaged is good for rheumatoid arthritis. Just nothing strenuous, nothing heavy, nothing bulking up. Just keeping your muscles engaged, your joints engaged, and in motion rather than freezing up and locking up. So today I hope I helped you know what exercises are good and what exercises are bad for rheumatoid arthritis and keeping your body engaged, and anyone you know that or love that has rheumatoid arthritis, to keep their lungs able to function properly and get to capacity and exhale all the way, and their heart beating the way it should and not needing checkups and everything, and just keeping your body in motion. Thank you.